I cannot see the world as a giant plastic toy. How can you seriously make it your life's work?
It isn't. It just brings in the goodies.
I see. All right. So if I unleash all this dynamite I'm carrying around in me, I'd be up in the seventh heaven on the old sixth floor too, would I?
Yes, and let's face it, you might just as well, because you're not going to walk into another job at your age, are you?
I'll hit you with my crutch in a minute.
No, seriously, are you?
Listen, mate.
It dawned on me just how much I have in common with Tom from The Good Life. Yeah, I've always had a bit of an affinity to Tom. Tom being a drafts person and me being a graphic designer, and how we both seem to hate the corporate world and all it stands for. And it's probably one of the reasons I got into allotmenting. Hello, mate. How you doing? You good? Now autumn is here, it's time to rejuvenate the soil. And if any of you live near a home base, they're currently doing 10 bags for £30. Now, I've taken full advantage. As you can see, the Mini was loaded. It's pretty amazing just how much you can get in the back of a Mini. I actually have been in correspondence with the people who make this manure for home base, and I'll be making a video in the coming weeks talking about it. It's actually pretty interesting, so like, subscribe, and wait around for that, because I think you'll all be interested, because it's a lot better than we all thought, believe it or not. It actually turns out that this manure is pretty plastic free within reason. They actually don't use any green waste in it at all. And although I had an issue earlier on in the year that some of you might have seen with a piece of metal, I had email correspondence, and I even had someone come to my house and we had a good old half-an-hour chat about it. And actually I was pretty impressed with what they had to say and how this manure was made. So just what jobs have I been doing over the last couple of weeks? Well, I pruned the grapevine, giving it a bit of a hard prune to try and style it out a bit, so hopefully it'll grow up in the roof of the greenhouse and give me a bit more space below. By the way, if any of you have got three-cornered leek on your plots, obviously it's an invasive species, that's it there. Now's the time of year to find it and dig it out. I keep this in a pot because I do actually quite like eating it, but obviously it can't go in the ground anymore. As you can see, the pumpkins, yes, they're starting to yellow or orange up. I've cracked one open for the chickens and they're loving it. I was going to prune the apple trees this week, but they're still in leaf and I don't want to risk damage them. And as you've probably seen from other videos, we had a cold snap, and I knew this cold snap was coming, or I knew the frost was coming, not the snow. So it was probably a bloody good job that I didn't prune those trees. And as you can see from the oak, even the oak still got its leaves. And the chickens, they're loving the pumpkins, aren't they? They do love a pumpkin, and it's a good thing to give chickens this time of year if you've got some spare pumpkins kicking around, because they're a natural anti-wormer. So your chickens will love it. They'll eat the seeds, they'll eat the flesh, they get loads of nutrients, and also it helps get rid of any nasties they might have living in their gut. It's a win-win really, isn't it, chicken? One thing I do enjoy about this time of year is the ability to plan and look at things differently, because obviously everything's died down. And the nature ponds, the bath sunken into the ground, it's been a real lifeline for frogs and stuff. And I'm getting ready to plant some more daffodils and tulips and things around it in the coming weeks. I don't know what you think of my trainers. These are my old allotment trainers, and they were looking a bit raggedy, so I got the pocket pens out. Yeah, if you'd like to buy a pair from me, get in touch. Anyway, you know that I like to keep the grass at the front of my plot quite long, because we get quite a few grasshoppers and stuff in the summer, and they're really good predators to have around for eating any nasties that might live on your vegetables. And one of the things I have in the corner is a hedgehog house, which I've built by basically piling up bits of old scrap wood and branches and things. And if you look here, there's a bit of a game trail. I don't know if you can see it. I'll point it out to you in a second. But there it is, the wiggly line. Something, and it has been for many a year, it's been going in and out of my little log pile. And I'm pretty damn sure it's a hedgehog. Well folks, until next time, that's it. I gotta get home because I'm having a delivery of gravel to tidy up the front garden. But before I go, just check out this magnificent tree. Probably one of my favourite trees on the edge of the allotments. If trees could talk, that would have a tale or two. What a beauty. Love that tree. Anyway, I better go. Things to do. places to see, robins to talk to, and gravel to shovel. So until next time, folks, take care. And if you got this far and enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Cheers.
Well, if that's the best you can do, we'll be here till Christmas.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. Goodbye.